everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a June beauty favorites and fails for you guys. I have quite a few products that I love this past month, and I have 2 fails this month. So yeah, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I do upload 3 times a week, Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, so definitely subscribe so you don't miss out. If you want to hear more of the products that I enjoyed in the past month, then definitely continue watching. So I'm going to start off with 2 skincare products. The first one is this Badescu drying cream. I always forget to use this when I have pesky pimples, under the skin pimples, any type of pimples. Bring this out if you have this in your skincare collection. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just a white container. And this is the inside. Ooh, I have pan. I didn't even know I had pan. But this drying cream is drying out on me. I need to buy a new one, but this works so well. I actually still have the remains of a pimple right here that was just like under the skin. This works super well to kind of get rid of any starts of any pimples. I know a lot of people use the drying cream. It's the drying lotion from Badescu. That one doesn't really work very well on me. I know a lot of people recommend it in the comment section when I talk about pimples, but this just works way better on me than the drying lotion does. The one that you have to put like a cotton swab and then like dot it on your face. Like this just works on me. I apply it after I do my skincare routine, and then I just kind of pack it on. It says to blend it out, and I don't. I put a really nice amount on top of it and I just let it sit there. I had a pimple like up here that was barely coming out, and I applied it on there and it got it to dry up and it went away and never came through. So this is definitely a skincare product that I really like for pimples, and I need to remember to pull it out every time I'm gonna have a new breakout coming through. Next up, another skincare product I really like is this one by Laneige. This is the Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer, and I received this from Octoly and Laneige. I really like this. It's a really unique formula. I was like toner, moisturizer in one, really like, but I've used this 2 weeks already and I really like it. I think this would be a great product to travel with, so you don't have to take like a toner and a moisturizer. I use this with a cotton ball and just kind of go all around my face with it, and you can tell like your skin feels a little plump and then it feels moisturized. It feels like you applied a moisturizer, which this is super unique. Again, I really like this product. I would definitely purchase this with my own money once I run out. I don't think it's available at Sephora yet, but this is really nice. I really like this. Definitely will be taking this with me when I travel. So I have 2 setting sprays, illuminating setting sprays that I've been loving this past month. The first one is by L'Oreal. This is the Shake and Glow Lumi Dew Mist. It's a dew mist for the face. But here is what it looks like. I picked mine up at Walmart, and I believe Ulta carries this as well. If you want your skin to look nice and like not super luminous or super dewy, well, I guess by the end of the day you will look super luminous and dewy if you have like normal combo skin like me. But when you freshly apply this, it just really like sets the makeup really nicely, and it doesn't look super drying and it doesn't like suck all of your oils. I just have been realizing now that I'm getting older, like my skin doesn't look nice when I apply like a really matte setting spray. So I've been trying out like luminous dewy setting mists, and they've been working out super well for me. I've really been loving how the way my skin looks. Even by the end of the day, like it does look like oils have come through, but it doesn't look heavy and dry and cakey like right here where it usually does by the end of the day when I use like a matte setting spray. So I've really been enjoying this. And then another illuminating spray I like is by Catrice. This is the Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This also does the same thing. I forgot to mention this one has a super fine mist, whereas this one's not super fine like this one is, but it's still really nice spray bottle. I find that it does pretty much the same thing as the L'Oreal one. They're both really nice and illuminating on the skin, not super dewy where you're like, oh my gosh, like this is too intense for me. It looks really nice, the 4 or 5 hour mark. Obviously by the end of the day, once you have had your makeup on for at least 8 hours, of course your foundation's gonna kind of break down, but I've really been enjoying these 2, and they're the only 2 illuminating setting sprays I have in my collection. I definitely want to pick up more. I had 2 foundations that stuck out to me this past month. The first one is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. I have mine in the shade 128 Warm Nude. This is beautiful. I don't like full coverage foundations for everyday use, but once in a while I will pull out a full coverage foundation. This looks really beautiful. It has really good coverage, and it also doesn't look heavy at all. It looks really nice and airbrushed as well. It's from the drugstore, very affordable. I love this foundation. I really enjoyed it when I used it in June. Another foundation is this Tarte Foundcealer Multitasking Foundation with SPF 20. I like this a lot, way more than the Face Tape and like the Shape Tape foundation. Those ones are just too drying. This one has medium coverage and it has skincare benefits in it as well, and it has SPF as well, so that's amazing. I love the coverage. I love this like twisting pump on this product. I just really enjoyed it. This is definitely way beautifuler than the Face Tape. This doesn't look dry at all on my skin. It looks really pretty, and I love that it has skincare in it as well. A primer that I really enjoyed is also like a glowy type primer. This is the Olay Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. A lot of people was raving about this primer when it first came out, and now I know what the hype is. It hydrates my skin well. It also adds some glow to the skin as well. This is definitely a nice product to put under foundation so my skin doesn't look super dry. Again, I've been like really embracing the luminous skin, even though I was like anti-luminous skin, but this is really nice. From Pixi, this is the Fresh Face Blush in the shade Beach Rose. I actually got this from Generation Beauty New York, and I recently pulled it out a couple weeks ago, and it's like the perfect everyday type of blush color. I just really enjoyed it. It's really nice and pigmented, and the color is beautiful for every day. I love this blush. That blush really stood out to me. I have two highlights that stood out to me. This is newer in my collection. I've had it about 3 weeks or so. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Highlighter in the shade Exposed. This is beautiful. Everybody has been hyping this up or raving about this product. This is stunning. When I first used it, I was like, okay, I get what the hype is on this. It's really buttery and really blinding. You don't need a lot of product, and it looks really, again, blinding on the cheekbones. So this is beautiful. I was very happy I was able to snag this up. Sephora, I got this from Sephora. They had a sale. I picked it up around $14, I believe, and I think regular price is like 20 something. So when I saw it on sale for full size, I was like, let me go ahead and pick it up, and I'm glad I did. Another highlight that really stood out to me, and it's pretty much unique to my collection because I don't buy a lot of these kinds of colors, is this Wet n Wild highlighting powder in Bloomtime. Here is what it looks like. This is a limited edition shade, I believe. Well, it doesn't say limited edition, so maybe not. But this is like a peachy pink type highlight. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Yeah, it's a pinky peach highlight. And it looks super pretty on the skin, on the cheekbones. It's super, again, unique. You can tell that it's not like gold and it's not like pink. I don't know. It's, again, very, very unique. And I applied this to the highest points of my cheekbones again, and it looked really nice. And I really like the formula on these as well. Another highlight that I've had for a while, and I recently pulled out during a Shop My Stash video, is by Makeup Revolution. This is the Soph X highlighting palette. This has been out for quite some time. I'm not sure if it's still available. I believe it is, but if you have this in your collection, definitely pull it out. I only used a few of the shadows, but again, really blinding. This is very affordable as well. It is a collab, so it won't be available forever. So if you're interested, if you're thinking about picking it up, I say go ahead and get it because you will not be disappointed. I have two eyeshadow palettes. The first one is the Juvias Place the Warrior 2. I believe I've mentioned this in a previous favorites video, and this is what the inside looks like. You pretty much get an all matte palette. You get warms, cools, you get crease shades, brow bone shades, outer corner shades. Here is a close-up of the palette. Again, you get everything you need in this palette. This is a great travel palette, an everyday palette, a party palette. Like, anything you need is in here. Like, you get every shade you need in this palette. Like, And Juvia's Place formula is really nice as well. And then another palette that is newer to my collection, but I loved it every second I used it, is this one by Certify. This is the Affinity palette. Here's what it looks like. So you get oranges, reds, purples, pinks in this palette. The formula is beautiful, very pigmented. I do find that the purples do have some kickback. Well, you can kind of see it from the last time that I used it over here. The purples had more kickback than any other shadow I used, but still overall super pigmented, and I didn't have any issues when I tried to build up any shadow. This was really nice. I definitely want to pick up another Certify palette. I only have... Last up are some lippies, and the first one is this Dose of Colors matte lipstick in the shade Bury Me Too. This is a really pretty like berry type color. I do find that it is a little patchy on the lips, so I do have to apply like a lip liner under this, but still very beautiful, like a fuchsia purple type color. Really nice. I did enjoy this, but again, I would recommend using a lip liner. Another lippy product I really loved was this one by Too Faced. This is the Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Lipstick in the shade Lady Balls. I love wearing red lipstick, and this was no exception of my love for red lipsticks. This is really nice. It has a really nice like vanilla type scent to it. It's really long lasting. It is matte, but it's not like uncomfortable on the lips. I love wearing red lipsticks. Red is my favorite color as well, but I really enjoyed that formula, and it's really long lasting as well. And then the last two lipsticks I'm going to talk about are by Tarte. These are the Rainforest of the Sea lipsticks. Right here I have Set Sail and 5 o'clock. Set Sail is actually what I have on my lips. I find that these are really pigmented and creamy, and a little bit goes a long way. Again, this is Set Sail. And then this one is in 5 o'clock, is a swatch of that. Again, this one is in 5 o'clock. These are super creamy, really buttery, and I like nude type lipsticks in lipstick form, and then I like more colorful, bold lipsticks in matte form, just again because I don't really want to see red coming out of my lip line, and just like creamy lipsticks like this I feel like kind of can move around. But these ones I've been enjoying. They're really pigmented, super creamy. So I have two fails this month. The first one is this one by Laura Mercier. This is the Secret Brightening Powder. I had this in a Shop My Stash video a few weeks ago, and I did not enjoy it when I used it. It's been in my collection for a while, and every time I used it I just wasn't impressed with it. And the powder is really white. It's supposed to be translucent, but it's super white. I can tell that I have like a white cast when I apply it, and I can only imagine how it'll look like in pictures if there's flashback. I know a few people have mentioned this like in a favorites video, and that's why I pulled it out, and I was just like, I don't see the hype on this. I see a white cast on my skin, so I can only imagine how it'll look during flash photography. I don't like this. I'm going to declutter. I'm actually just going to throw away the powder and put like another powder in here. Keep the container. Definitely not something I like or would recommend. And then the next product are some lipsticks, and I don't have those anymore because I did return mine. Those are from Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics. Unfortunately, she's going through some stuff, and I just returned mine. Mine were perfectly fine. I didn't see anything on my lipsticks. I just didn't feel comfortable using them, and then I knew people were gonna be, you know, telling me about them in the comments section. I just didn't want to hear it, and I've seen a lot of videos on those lipsticks, and unfortunately they just don't look safe enough to use. I feel like they may be a little old in my opinion. I don't know. She says they're not, but I just didn't feel comfortable even though mine looked perfectly fine. It was the same batch number as the ones that weren't okay, so I decided to return mine. I did get a refund, and yeah, I just returned mine. I hope she is able to recoup, but I don't know if I'd actually like purchase another lipstick. I'd be like kind of scared to purchase like lip products. Maybe like a highlighter. I think she would be amazing to come out, and also eyeshadow palettes. So those are all my favorites and fails for this month. Let me know down below what products you enjoyed and what products you did not enjoy this past month. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!